Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Nick, your favorite personal growth coach, and I am excited for another session of Adulting in My Purpose Live. I am always excited to be with you. So, if you are joining, watching, listening for the first time, or if you are a returning watcher or listener, I want to say welcome and thank you for taking the time out to share in this Adulting in My Purpose movement. If you are watching for the first time, my name is Dr. Nicole Rankin. I am a certified personal growth coach, and my mission is to help young leaders truly discover who they are, clarify their vision, and develop a solid plan to take the next steps in life. Dr. Nick is what they call me. My mission really is to develop young people so they can truly live in and on purpose. And I develop a 7-step system of self-discovery that will help you uncover your purpose, move you from your profession to your purpose, and help you navigate this complex world. And so each week we come with Adulting in My Purpose Live to bring some exciting topics on everything adulting. And so we are gearing up coming into the new year of 2022 with some more exciting topics and more amazing guests that are doing tremendous and making an impact in the world. And so for this session, I am going to let you into a glimpse of what took place this year at our Adulting in My Purpose Summit. It was amazing. And we are gearing up for our second summit coming up next year. So if you missed this one, you missed out. But don't worry, we're coming back again. So I want you to sit back, take notes, and each week we're going to take a dive into what took place in the Adulting in My Purpose Summit. So you are in for a treat. So you know what to do. Grab your notes, grab a pen, grab your notes, and get ready to enjoy the Adulting in My Purpose Live.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first Adulting in My Purpose virtual summit. I want to thank you for being here with us today. We're an excited time because you all are part of what we're going to have is a global movement. You are sharing in the beginning of a vision that has been birthed to provide hope, help, and a hand for our next and future generations. So I want to extend a warm welcome to the inaugural Adulting in My Purpose Summit. And I know this is a new platform. We're getting used to it, but I want you guys to relax because we're going to have fun. We're going to grow together. We're going to share, and we're going to learn some great things that you need to learn to help you in this adulting process. So for those that don't know me, my name is Dr. Nicole Rankin. I am the founder and visionary of Adulting in My Purpose, but I couldn't do it alone. So first, on behalf, I really want to thank my team and say a sincere thank you and acknowledgement to our adulting ambassadors who have helped me to birth this vision. We have worked for months together, weekly calls, Zoom calls, text messages, bouncing ideas back and forth, formulating things, coordinating things. So what I want to do, I want to bring them up to the stage. I know they were like, we got to go to the stage. Yes, because I want to honor them because, I always say teamwork makes the dream work. And there's a quote that John Maxwell says that one is too small of a number for success. So when God gives you something that is bigger than you need the right people that's going to come and partner with you and grab the vision and help you move the needle and move forward. So what I want to do, I want to invite to the stage Candace St. John, Carla Schuler, Alex Williams, and Alexis Williams. Y'all come on stage real quick so people can see all our wonderful ambassadors. Wonderful. Hey.
Hello. I'm trying to get there we go.
There we go.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. So this is Candace, y'all.
How you doing?
Where's everybody else? Y'all hit the... So we'll see if
it froze for a second, so maybe it's coming back.
Froze, but I want to make sure that you all know who the ambassadors are. Again, we have worked tirelessly for probably since actually late last year. We kind of started bouncing this idea and just kind of grinding every week since probably November, December 2020 to come to bring this to fruition. So I personally want to thank you all for your time, your honor, your feedback, creativity. And so I'm excited because I know that we are going to have an amazing time. So they're saying that I think they're on the devices, so it may not bring them on stage. But you guys, our audience or our attendees, you're going to learn more about our ambassadors because they're going to be facilitating our networking session. So you're going to hear more from them in a minute. So thank you, Candace, for coming up so everybody can see who you are. All the rest of our ambassadors, Alex says, I'm here. They're in the chat. So they're excited to be with you today as well. So we will hear from our ambassadors a little later. So I just want to talk about the vision and where we are, how we got to this point. Again, my name is Dr. Nicole Rankin, and really, again, trust all of this wouldn't work without the support of a team. And so today we are a part of history. You are here today because, adulting is frustrating. It can be frustrating, right? And overwhelming and anxiety and all of those things, right? But it doesn't have to be. So at the summit, you will learn to find the balance between personal and professional aspects of adulthood and really learn things that will help you live in and on purpose. So over the next 2 days, you're going to hear from industry experts in the area of mental health, physical wellness, imaging and self-imaging and career development and finances. How many people need help in those things? Look, show me some emojis. Look at raise your hand. How many people need some help in those areas? All right. I see you. Wonderful. So you're in the right place because you're registered, you showed up, and now it's time to focus on you. Self-development, personal growth is something that you have to be intentional about. It just doesn't happen. So I commend each and every one of you for taking the time to say, I need this. And so because you took the time to say, I need this, I want you to get everything that you need in these next 2 days. So clear away the distractions for just a few hours, be present, and truly be open to receive the information that will be provided for you today and tomorrow. Get your notebooks ready, get ready to make connections with people that you don't know, because you never know who is out there that God will put in your path to help you further the vision and further the goals that you have. Learn some new skills from all these industry professionals that we have, and really get inspired to take the next step in your life. That's my personal goal for you, that there is something, it doesn't have to be a lot, that there's at least one thing, something that somebody says during the course of these 2 days that gives you that aha moment, revelations to say, now I know what to do for my next step. That's really all that I want, because adulting in a purpose is a journey, and we have to do it one step at a time. So it's going to take the skills that you learned today, make the connections, find some new people that you connect with, and then take massive action on the revelations and the ideas and thoughts that you get. Write them down, because that's what it takes to become a person who is adulting in their purpose. So let's get the party started. You guys, I'm always like this, right? So I'm excited. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna move to networking. So what I'm gonna do, I want you to, we're gonna leave out of this session, and you're going to go to the lounge, and you're going to sit at one of the tables 1 through 4 with one of our ambassadors, and we're going to just have a networking session, get to know you a little bit and share some of your experiences. And so just going to have a good time so we can get prepared for our first speaker of today. So again, welcome to the first Adulting in My Purpose virtual summit. So let's head to the social lounge. Kick it off. Our first amazing dynamic speaker that we have for our Adulting in My Purpose virtual summit is Miss Rachel Griffith. And Miss Rachel Griffith, she, her journey has not been an easy one, but it has been worth every step that she said. She was born and raised in East Atlanta, and at an early age, she knew she wanted to make a difference through entertaining others and simply just being a helping hand. So her passion for the arts, personal creativity, and a unique eye for business concepts has molded and shaped her world thus far. So she is the founder and CEO of Grace by RMG. And she is going to talk today about personal image and style and how that translates into the workforce. So let's welcome to the Adulting in My Purpose virtual platform, Miss Rachel Griffith.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. My name is Rachel Griffiths, and I am the owner of Grace by RMG. Where do I start? Style is something that is a part of everyone's life. It is absolutely something that we walk in every single day. It's our walking resume, right? And I just want to talk to you a little bit about how that translates into the professional world and how you identify that for yourself. Okay, perfect. So like I said, my name is Rachel, and I am the owner of Grace by RMG. And just to tell you a little bit about who I am before we get started, and then as well as what I'm going to bring to the table today. So Grace by RMG has been in the works for years. It really has been. It's something that I have had the most growth in. My image is something that as a teenager has transcended. I struggled with it a lot. And as I continued to get older and I started to figure out who I was, it became something that was just really easy for me to understand and then to reach back and help others to understand as well. Okay, so in my sessions with my clients, I have something called a grace rotation, right? And what that is it is my first meeting. It is a consultation that I have with my clients. And that's really where I get to know you. We get to have a conversation. I understand why you're here. And that is what I'm going to bring to the table with you guys today. So right now, you all are not just in the summit, you're in a grace rotation. So welcome, okay? And so first things first, why your image is so important. Like I was saying before, your image really is your walking resume, okay? It is what people see when you walk in the door, when you walk into an interview, when you're walking into the mall, anywhere. It is the first thing that people see, what you have on. Are you smiling? Is your energy good? All those things matter, okay? And so what you really want to focus on, and the first thing that we're going to talk about today is your self-image, right? So your self-image has a profound effect on how you view yourself, right? Let's think about it. You get up, you're not feeling your best, you don't feel your best, you're tired. What's the first thing that you want to do to feel better? You got to get up, you got to shower. It is so easy for you to just lay in the bed and feel sorry for yourself, but the way that you feel about yourself really does transcend into what it looks like for the world, okay? And so first thing in the chat, I really want to know, what challenges have you guys faced in your self-image, okay? So and while we're doing that, my challenges is going up and down in weight, trying to understand what that looks like around other people that may be prettier than me, or they have longer hair, they have shorter hair. Understanding who you are for yourself is so important. So what have you guys faced? What challenges have you all faced with your self-image? I really want to know. Candace, weight, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Weight, yeah. Weight seems to be something that we're all just kind of working through. Absolutely. Because it fluctuates, right? So you may start out small, and then we put on a little love weight, or we've put on some weight because, you know, we went on vacation, or some COVID-15. What that looks like to transcend from a smaller figure to being able to go into something that's a bit more roomy for you, right? And then the self-confidence behind that. That's also so important. Absolutely. Yes. I keep it coming. Hair care routine. Yes. When my hair is done, I feel good. I look good. It is absolutely a part of how we view the world, right? And so next thing up is going to just be identifying your personal image and your personal style. Okay. And so what that looks like for you in the workplace, your freedom to be yourself is also a part of how you step into the room. So really understanding what makes you you, and figuring out that depth and figuring out all those things. So I know that a lot of things right now, they really affect our self-image, right? The one thing that I know affects our self-image consistently is social media, right? How many people are on social media? You're scrolling, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, I need a Louis bag, or I need some Balenciagas, or oh my goodness, my hair isn't full enough, or, you know, and what that looks like. How many people have that same issue when you go on social media and you feel terrible? You get off social media like, oh my goodness, why did I get on here? What is the problem? Yes, actually, social media is the devil. It really did. Yeah, absolutely, Candace. It did change the game. It did. It allowed us to be able to be inspired, right, by things that we view, by pictures, by other people, but it also tapped into a little bit of our insecurities, right? It gave us a bigger platform to where now we see more things, we experience more things, and our emotions and our self-esteem a lot of times is attached to that, right? We're on social media and we really only see people's highlight reel. It is not very often that we see people's downfalls or their vulnerabilities or the things that make them upset or the things that hurt them. People don't necessarily want to show that. You know, sometimes we're guarded, or we're in a space where we're not really interested in that. The filters, Alex, absolutely. Social media is filter city. Okay. I was just talking about this with my friend. Absolutely. This is what it's about. We have to make sure that social media is not dictating our self-worth or our self-image, right? What we have to offer is bigger than social media, and it comes from within. And when you're walking in your purpose, I know that we're in the Adulting in My Purpose Summit, but even when you're walking in your purpose, those things don't matter, okay? So social media plays a big part of how we view ourselves and our self-image, and then also peer pressure, right? You know, if your two girlfriends have, I don't know, a Mercedes Benz and you're in a Toyota, you may be upset. Like, man, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to navigate that? I want to be like my friends. But knowing your journey, knowing your walk is also super important, right? How many people, whether it be in high school, college, or now even in the professional world, how many people were affected by peer pressure or felt the need to fit into something because it didn't necessarily, you know, they were being outcasted by not having those things? How many people did that affect? Just go ahead and put it in the chat. Yep, absolutely. You wore a uniform. I remember wearing a uniform. It wasn't often, but the uniform definitely cuts down on the amount of time that you spend in the closet. It's an everyday thing, right? My 9 to 5 is uniform based, so it makes life very easy. Excuse me. It does. It evens the playing field, especially for our youth that may not necessarily have the funds to be able to put on Jordans or Yeezys or the latest fashion. It allows them to just be a bit more in line and uniformed with everyone else. Yep, it has absolutely made high school so much easier. Yeah, you just learn to love your style. That's really what it boils down to. And you know, the funny thing is that your style is going to change from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, right? You may like pants, or you may like blouses or blazers for the men. And then 10 years from now, you want to just be in sweats or slacks, or, you know, it just depends. Absolutely. Yep. You try to meet others like yourself. Absolutely. You wore PJs the entire time. College will do that to you. College will have you in a hoodie, sweatpants, some slides. You're just trying to make it. Okay. Especially that freshman year. Absolutely. Your style can change daily. Absolutely. Oh no, not the bonnets. I am anti-bonnet unless you're in the house. Not the bonnets. No, thank you. So absolutely. It looks like you guys have all been influenced by peer pressure or social media. Another really good one. I was talking to my best friend the other day, and it was so profound to me that she started her business based off of her finances, right? She wasn't able to afford the things at the time, the things that everyone else had. And so she started her own business to be able to help other people in that same arena and clothe them in items that were less expensive and kill off all of the designers in the room. It is phenomenal, right? How many people have that creative friend that they can all go to say, hey girl, or hey guy, what's up? This is what I need. I need a duster. I need a blazer. I need a suit for tonight. I need some kicks. Like, how many of us have that friend that we can always reach over to and find something in their closet, right? So finances could also play a part of your style. And so just making sure that you're not only aware of your self-image, but that, you do not allow it to dictate your future. Everything can be navigated, and we have resources all around us. You need someone to dress you, right? 2021 and 2020 collectively have been a lot. And so you're not having to break capacity. Don't you worry. Sometimes I got you on the latter half of my session. I'm going to show you some stuff, give you some really cool colors that'll help you with that when you're getting dressed. So absolutely. So those three things: social media, influence, peer pressure, finances. And then the last thing, as far as you're identifying your personal image and your style, is just really understanding who you are. When I'm with my clients, I do a session called looking into the mirror. And essentially what that does is it allows you to talk to yourself, right? A lot of experts will tell you, hey, have the conversation with yourself. And I know you're like, you know what? That sounds so crazy. It's not. It's not. Sometimes in your head, it sounds different coming out of your mouth. So that's okay to do, even just by yourself in your alone time in the mornings. Sometimes I get up in the morning, I have a routine, I try to meditate and really just have a pep talk with myself. Sometimes you need that. You need that inspiration. Sometimes you got to get on YouTube. You need the inspiration. You need to be able to center yourself to attack the day, because we deal with so many energies, and that also affects how we view ourselves. So yes, self-talk all the time. Knowing who you are is so important, right? And so taking that little 5-10 minutes in the morning can elevate your day more than you absolutely know. Okay. So try it. The in the mirror exercise that I have for my Grace Rotation clients really does help. I've given you just a little snippet of what I do with my clients. And you can absolutely use that at home. Okay. And so I really want to go into the next step, which is really understanding your personal image and how that translates into work life and professional life, right? I think it was Candace who was saying that she just needs some help with getting dressed, and that is what I'm here for, okay? How many times have you gone on an interview, or you may be at a bank or you're in a corporate office and you have no idea what to wear? Put it in the chat. How many times does that happen? For me, I know that it happens all the time. I will call my best friends. I will call my mom. I will call and listen, I can't go because I don't have anything to wear. I have nothing to wear. It happens to us all. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Being a manager, you've seen some things more than you know. I'm a manager as well, and people come into interviews very comfortable. And so this session, you have hips, yes. So we want to make sure that the things that we wear are appropriate. Absolutely. And so when people come into interviews, or even when you're going into the corporate office, you still want to be stylish. You want to look hip. You want to look young. You still want to look youthful. You want to be able to look like yourself, but you also want to make sure that you're tactful in the work office. So this portion of what I'm going to be doing is really showing you different colors that you may not think are appropriate, and they are. And I want to get some feedback from you. Let me know how you fit. Flip-flops and t-shirts. Believe it or not, people come to interviews like that. You've got business. Yep. It's my own personal style, and I'm trying to figure out. You almost there. What are you willing to show someone? Thanks for sharing my You've seen some suspect outfits? Yes. Perfect. So let's get started. Okay. All right. And so I'm going to start with the males first. And so 3 things that I really want to talk to you guys about is going to be interview outfits, business casual, and then how many of us are at work, or you're in the office, or you're in corporate America, and your homeboy calls you or your girlfriend calls you and is like, hey, meet us at the restaurant or meet us at the bar, and you're in your work attire, right? How often does that happen? Put it in the chat. Yep, all the time. All the time. Everybody, too many times. Yep, everybody cannot have a ready to go bag in their trunk. So I'm going to help you with that, okay? So for males, business interview, dark colors on point, right? So you can do something as simple as a blue blazer, 2 buttons, the beautiful lapel. You can also do a darker jacket. Same idea. You can also, don't be afraid of pockets. Pockets are good. And with your interview, keep it simple. A white shirt underneath this, perfect. A blue shirt underneath this, perfect. Males, you can also do a gray suit. Gray is also a really nice color. It's not dark, and it also lightens you up, right? When you're walking into an interview, you really want to make sure that your item and your fit comes across as light. It comes across as professional and very open and inviting, right? So gray is not a bad color, guys. Don't be afraid of color. Color is good. Not too much color, but color is good for interviews. You want to make sure that the interviewer or the manager or the executive that you're going to is going to understand your personality, and they get that, okay? Yeah, ladies, do not be afraid of dresses, right? So this is a long dress. A couple of things you could do with this. You could throw a blazer on. That's an option. You could also do stockings underneath. You could also open it and wear it as a coat or a trench belted. You have that option as well. Don't be afraid of your accessories. Or we can just keep it simple and wear it this way with a nice pump, a heel, something that's going to elevate it. If you're not comfortable in heels, a really clean looking loafer or flats will also work in that same area, okay? Ladies, also do not be afraid of pants. So we can absolutely do pants. I know for my girly girls that the dresses are really where it is. But you have a blazer, pants. Now, underneath and with your blazers and your tops, be mindful of the color, okay? You want to stick to the more neutral colors, your whites. Your underneath blue, you have white. You could do gray. You could do really soft. And when I say soft, I mean like soft. Pastels, skin tone, absolutely. If it's in the spring, you can do a really soft color. But don't be afraid of color. It's okay. And so for your interviews, definitely mix it up. You don't necessarily have to go in a suit and tie. You can be comfortable and still very fly, okay? So the next one is business casual. For people that are in the office, or if you're an entrepreneur and you're just going to a business meeting, or you're going to a business lunch, or you're in the bank, or you're in an executive office, fellas, it's okay to go into the workplace with the blazer. Take it off, be more relaxed. You can do a bow tie, you can do a tie. We want to make sure we put irons to our clothes, so let's not forget that, okay? But a nice button down will work. Blue, white, black, gray, very soft colors will work as well. What about your hair? We're going to get to that. Thank you so much. Purples and yellows, they really need to be very, very soft. If you're doing a yellow, a deep purple is okay. A deep purple absolutely is okay. Yes, iron, please. If you cannot do the dry clean, iron. Absolutely. Sorry, I didn't see your comments over there. With a pair of slacks will work. These are going to be like a grayish, bluish type slack. With this, you can also put on, a really nice tie, a bow tie. I would not unbutton it as much. It's a little relaxed, a little too relaxed. You want to make sure you're still comfortable, but buttoned up until after work, okay? Ladies, you can do a really nice dress. Ladies, we also, especially for my fuller figure women, you want to be very mindful of underneath your dresses. So making sure that you have a spank, or we have undergarments that are going to tighten us in. Excuse me, because we want to make sure that we're clean in our outfits, and that we're, I know that some people were saying that we have hips. We want to make sure it's put together, okay? And so also be mindful of your sleeves. It's okay to come down a bit more. The 13-inch sleeve, is a bit more professional. It makes it more modest, while also still making you look very youthful, okay? Colors are okay. Polka dots are okay. This is more of a fit and flare. It'll probably come down to around your knees. You definitely want to make sure that your rule of thumb is that you come an inch above your knee, but it's honestly what you're comfortable with, okay? Ladies, pink. I know you're like, oh my goodness, this is a loud pink. You can do something very simplistic underneath. I have a client that does pink during October for breast cancer. So if you're not really comfortable with pink, but you want to be able to have a reason to wear it, October can be your month to play with those pinks, those colors. You love the blazer. Thank you. No pink for you. You can also get very detailed. Your pink, the buttons the buttons in your blazer will also really set off your outfit as well. So you can do that. Another really fun technique that I love, especially when you're in the office, and this is kind of how we can transition into after work, is doing a fun, very clean dress. This one is green. Again, color is not bad. You could, do with it as you may, but just be mindful that you don't want anything too loud. But you want to be able to have fun with it as well, okay? And so this blazer really tones down this dress to make it a bit more business. Another fun trick tip that I like is that if you want to allow your outfit to pop, you can roll your sleeve up in your blazer. And it gives it a really fun feel. So the blazer's cool, and then you have just your pop of color, okay? And so let's say we're in the office, someone is calling you, they're like, hey, it's time to come out for work. Okay, cool. So now this fit, you can take the blazer off, change your pumps, put on some flats, or if you want to put on an evening heel, boom, you're good to go, okay? So this is also a fun outfit. Another really fun outfit is gonna be this one here. This one more so for, you would need to put a blazer on top of this one because it is busy. But the blazer tones it down, and it still makes it youthful and fun. And again, you can always pull the sleeves up, pull that out, pull that sleeve into it, and it makes it, small tricks make a world of difference, more than you know. More than you know. I did see someone ask me about hair. So hair is tricky. There are some businesses that will say no hair color. So black, browns, blondes are appropriate, but no reds, no purples, no pinks. I'm on that same wave, right? You want your hair to be an appropriate color. One of those three colors is really going to be okay. If you're doing highlights, you just really want to make sure with your manager if that's okay, and if that's something that you would be okay with doing. If you're doing braids, I'm okay with braids. Put them up. If you're going to have them down, you can put a headband on, throw them behind your top, or throw them behind your back. So it's not as in your face. You are more so the presentation versus your hair. I love a natural look. The natural styles are absolutely in, the natural hair is in style. Let's rock it, right? You can do a headband on top of that. You can do a really curly product just to kind of give you a little bounce. Some people do wigs, weaves, pieces, clip-ins, frontals, lace fronts. All of those are good. And it's just your prerogative. I think the biggest thing that a lot of employers have an issue with is the color. So absolutely check your policies for sure. How do we style when we are not so feminine? I'll absolutely help you with that. Smaller, perfect. So I love that question. How do we style when we are not so feminine? Two things will automatically elevate your femininity. Okay, two things: color, scent. Simple, very simple. And I'm not. You can have a Gucci, you can have a Versace, but I'm talking about like you can go to Target, you can go to Walmart, find the body spray that really just meshes with your skin, meshes with your body chemistry, and that will instantly elevate you. I promise you. I promise you. Your scent and colors will automatically change how people respond to you. So doing a softer pink or staying away from those dark colors is really going to elevate your femininity. What else could you do? You could also do a cute lip. So you may not necessarily want to do a gloss. Maybe you could do a nice pink. You have that option as well. That was a really good question, Alex. Thank you so much. You love Gucci. Is that Guilty by Gucci or Gucci by Gucci? So I think I have everything as far as outfits. Dresses, skirts, Gucci by Gucci. Okay. Dresses, skirts for ladies as well as pants. You don't have to do pants all the time. You can always pull away from that and just do a really fun dress and put a blazer on it. That automatically, makes the dress a bit more professional. You can also do belts. Don't be afraid of those. Your accessories, you want to make sure that those are not as loud. You want something just super simplistic for the workplace. Nothing too gaudy. That you can put in your purse when you're going for I will absolutely let you know that. That's my social media and my contact. When you are going for your after hour spot, you put on your cute chunky necklace or some cute earrings, or fellas, if you want to do a hat. If you reach out to me social media with my contact info, I have a hat plug for you. No worries, okay? And so all of these things will help elevate your style and will immediately change how you view yourself as well as your self-image, okay? And so right now, I really just want to open up the floor to how do you find your right style? I'll absolutely answer that. I was just getting ready to talk to you guys about that. Any questions? So how do you find your right style? I'll be very honest with you. It's not something that you're going to be able to pinpoint, okay? Fashion, style, all these things they're your own, and it's how you play with it, right? You may get up one morning and say, I want to do a dress and a skirt. I want to do a dress, no stockings. It honestly just depends on how you play with it. And as you get more comfortable, you say, okay, I really love that style. Or maybe you wear a skirt, or maybe you wear a fedora, and they respond to you in that capacity because your confidence is different, right? We were talking about that earlier, is that when you feel good, you look good. Okay, sometimes ladies, specifically the ladies, when our hair is done, when our nails are done, when we love our fit, we got an extra little bop in our step. We want to move a little bit more, right? Fellas, when you have a clean cut, your cologne is on point, you got your watch game, all of those things are going to be super important. And you walk a little different. You may smile a little bit more. You may do a little head nod. All those things are important, right? Ties are definitely a thing. We love ties as women, bow ties. Use the accessories to your advantage, for sure. Do you see me? And so to answer your question with your style, you definitely just want to make sure you play with fashion. It could take you a year. It could take you 2 years to honestly find your style. You play with it until you get comfortable. Confidence is the most important thing when it comes to style. Absolutely. Absolutely. A top means nothing until you put it on and you wear it. Okay. So yeah, good. Did I have any more questions? I hope this was super helpful. I'm gonna wait to see if you guys have any more questions, and then I will let you all know where you can find me. Thank you so much. Where you can find me. Perfect. So you can find me on Instagram at Graced by RMG. That is GRAYCED by BY RMG. I'm heavy on interaction. So if you reach out to me, you DM me, you have questions, you can definitely do it there, as well as on my website. And that is www.gracedbyrmg, same spelling, GRAYCED by RMG.com. And that is where you will see what I do, the services that I offer. And you can also book, you can book a gracefultation with me. I know that we had one today, but you can book a gracefultation with me. And I do have a really fun code that will be active this evening at 6 p.m. And the code is AIMP, and that is half off of your very first gracefultation. Okay, so the discount code is Dr. Nicole, if you could put that in there for me, it is AIMP. You put that in and it will give you a discount off of the gracefultation. We'll get started. You tell me what you want to do and let me help you with that journey, okay? Awesome. Good. Perfect. Thank you guys so much. You all were so interactive. You made this so easy. I'm so comfortable. And I'm so glad that this was helpful for you.
What an amazing, amazing way to start off a summit. You guys, if you're in there, find ways to give some emojis, let the hearts flow, give some claps, let me see it, let Rachel know that you were out there. It was an amazing session. I'm over here taking notes myself. So I want to thank you for coming and sharing your expertise. I know I received so much information. I know everybody's giving you some hearts, the fire, the hands, just valuable information that we need. And as we are moving into our adulthood, how to identify ourselves, find confidence ourselves, and not only feel it on the inside, but learn how to express it on the outside.
Absolutely.
So I thank you so much for helping us with that and with all that you do. Again, make sure you go and support Grace by RMG. Get your half off. I was about to say free, half off Gracesultation, and allow and support the work that Rachel is doing. So again, thank you so much, Rachel. It was amazing.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me. You guys were amazing.
What an amazing session. Rachel Griffith was on fire. Let me tell you, this Adulting in My Purpose Summit was so awesome. We thank Rachel for coming in and sharing her expertise on imaging and really understanding how to look your best, not only inside, but on the outside as well. So if you enjoyed this session, guess what you need to do? Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to give you another sneak peek on one of our sessions that we had for the Adulting in My Purpose Summit. Let me tell you, you don't want to miss it. So make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you click the notifications on whatever platform you're using so you can be aware and be visible for our next session that we share what we did in the Adulting in My Purpose Summit. See you all next week.